Good morning to you. The back half of this vlog week, Unit 11, the end of level 2 at Icon Collective, and the results are mostly in. Composition assignment 100%, and sound design, sound recreation assignment 100%. Woo! Honestly, that feels really good. The progression of my marks for sound design this quarter, I think my lowest mark was like 80 something percent, and then it just went up and up all the way to the final 100%. Yeah, this kind of begins my sound design career, if you will. I'm loving sound design. One of the things I'm doing right now is starting off smaller. I am recreating presets. The cool thing about actually knowing how to use a synthesizer is I get to customize that to my liking. If I want the sound to be brighter, if I want it to be thicker, if I want the filter to open a different way, the possibilities are endless. And not only that, but by being able to customize and do my own effects, that means they're gonna fit into my tracks better. The reverb, the delay, it's all going to be catered to my track rather than just slapping in a generic preset and not doing anything with it. Like I said before, there's a fat chance that that preset is going to fit perfectly into your track without doing anything to it. The last thing we have to do is the fun keys assignment. We got about 2 or 3 different exercises within that assignment, and we'll be able to polish that off in no time. All right, here we go. We got the keys out, we got the assignment up. This is it. Final keys checkpoint for level 2. Practice this a few times. We're doing a song, I think it's pronounced Reverie. It's a whole bunch of different chord inversions and then a top line melody that repeats throughout the whole thing. So it's rather difficult. But even in my short time practicing it, I'm already seeing the progression. I'm already seeing myself get better. So let's jump right into it. We got 99 correct and 13 errors, but because we slowed down the tempo, it doesn't give us full marks. According to this, we got about 46%, but if not for that adjustment, we actually did pretty well. It's interesting, like, what I'm trying to do is actually know what chords I'm hitting, because otherwise I'm more just like memorizing the sequence rather than actually like knowing what I'm doing, which is equally as difficult as learning a song to play, basically. Aside from continuing the 2 review sets to 100%, this is the last thing I have to do for level 2. All right, let's keep going on this till we get it. Not even 10 minutes after I filmed that keys video, we passed it, and then guess what? We got enough marks to have completed and passed level 2. That's weird wording, but it says, congratulations, you've completed level 1 and were awarded certificate level 2. Ooh, Like I said, we got those couple review checkpoints still on the go. We're at about 70 and 80% now. We're gonna get those completed all the way up to 100%. All right, I think to celebrate, we are gonna work on one of our remixes. Good morning to you. Friday, March 19th, and you know what? We just got accepted into level 3. We're already enrolled, completely past level 2. Feels good, feels really good. We're still gonna take our 2 weeks off, and we will stay in line with Icon and their schedule. I mean, the online program is truly self-paced, but they say to do about a unit a week, and since Icon's going to be closed, I'm just going to stay in line with what they recommend, which means taking some well-deserved time off for myself. Hair is crazy. It's like curling right there. But I mean, I went for a big walk this morning. Some of the COVID rules have changed here, and you're allowed to have up to 9 other people gather outside. So I think we're just gonna jump into some sound design practice stuff. Like, I don't think it'll be anything to show, but one thing I wanted to show you a little bit more in depth is that slice drums to MIDI option. And so I actually took that to the next level with my track from last week that I showed you, along with that crazy hardstyle track. So I did that fully with this track. I had 2 different loops, but this time I actually sliced all the drums to MIDI, swapped them out, changed them around, affected them in different ways, and to me it sounds a lot better. So I wanted to take some time to explain that a little further. Welcome back to another episode of Future Fridays. This Future Friday, we are going over my new remix, Dreamworld, and I wanted to show you something and elaborate on a very, very cool thing you can do within Ableton Live. A while ago for Future Friday, I showed you the slice to MIDI tricks. So here they are: slice to new MIDI, convert harmony to new MIDI, convert melody to new MIDI, convert drums to new MIDI. Obviously, if you have a loop like this, there are multiple instruments layered on top of each other, and there's no way to stop one playing when the other does, because it's an audio file. They're stacked on top of each other. So the way you can get around that is to slice drums to new MIDI track. So originally I dragged in these 2 percussion loops. I mean, they sound pretty good, right? I kept this color coordinated so I could show you. So here's what I did. Create an extra audio track. Let's bring the loop down. We just need the original size loop. Right click, convert drums to new MIDI track. Boom. There it is. So Ableton automatically sets this up with their 606 drum kit. Let's hear how that sounds. All in all, we can kind of hear that the same pattern is there. So what we can actually do is go in here and start messing with things until we basically achieve this pattern. And so since I already have the examples already done, let me just speed up the explanation. So the best part about keeping this pattern here is if you look over here, well, this actually already has some of the panning done for you. It'll basically correct the volumes. If I click through on a bunch of them, if you look over here, some of them are -5, some of them are -9. Another cool thing to point out is if you zoom in here, you'll actually see that, like this note here is actually behind where it technically 100% properly should go. So it's actually incorporating the groove of the above sample, which is really, really handy, especially if you find something that works, but maybe you don't really want this hat playing every single time. You want more control over what's playing when. So that brings me down here, and let's take a listen to the loop that I created using individual samples from this original hat loop. And let's go back to the original. So you'll hear in mine, I've got a few different variations going on that I actually think bring out a better groove than what I originally had. I've also completely removed the hat that was playing because I used the hat from this loop instead. So same procedure, we highlight the loop, we slice it to MIDI. After we convert to MIDI, if you look back up here, like I said, it puts everything in an Ableton 606 drum kit, and so then what you can do from there is swap out the sounds that are being used for your own sounds. Let me actually give you a hot tip here. So let's say we use this one, and this one, and then I'm gonna right click and I'm gonna go extract chains. And so you'll see it brought me down here to a brand new MIDI track, and now I only have the 3 elements from that entire drum set that I used. And now it's easier for me to switch out the instruments for better samples and more control. You'll see that control right here. So let's listen to the original audio loop. So, of course, right away you notice there's 3 different parts. I have separated each instrument. Check it out. All right, so now let's listen to what we had all together before. Sounds pretty good. Now let's listen to what this turned into after using the convert drums to MIDI option. To me, this sounds a lot cleaner. It sounds more coherent. I've panned things and affected things individually to make it balanced overall in a way that I like much better than dragging and dropping random loops. And like I said, the best part about it is if I didn't want this hi-hat here, well, there we go, it's muted. So in conclusion, the slicing to MIDI options, I highly suggest you explore them. I think it's a great feature in Ableton, and especially for these drums. Going forward, I see myself quickly dragging in loops to get the ideas down, and then going back later during the production phase and swapping that out for a more cohesive, better sounding percussion suite. So that's it for Future Friday today. Good morning, everybody. It is Saturday, March 20th. And guess what? You know what? Don't even guess what. Take a look at this. We're in level 2. Let's go to assignments. Let's scroll all the way down. Take a look. We have successfully passed level 2 with a 99% average. How amazing is that? Whew. If you've been following the vlog, you know I've said a whole bunch of times I did not do well in school. So for me to be pursuing my passion and getting marks like this is absolutely amazing for me. And just to reiterate as well, like Icon actually doesn't really care about marks. They care that you're understanding the concepts and you're progressing as an artist and as a producer. Today is technically the last day for marking, but the quarter is done. That being said, today is a very important day. We are actually going to jump on a Zoom call with the person who was awarded the Black Voices Scholarship. We are going to chat with them about starting Icon, about what it means to have been awarded the Black Voices Scholarship, and basically just ask questions and listen to their experiences as a Black artist. So we're going to do that today, and I think by the time we get that all edited, that will be our video for next week. Because we are on break, and I am going to take a break. I'm probably going to take 2 or 3 days off completely from the studio and do nada. But anyways, we are going to take one last review of our questions, and we're going to get ready and do this little interview. We just finished our conclusion and the interview about the Black Voices Scholarship. This is going to be posted next weekend for my vlog. Just an incredible conversation. I'm so grateful to Autumn for being vulnerable and just having these types of conversations. So yeah, just as a little heads up, that whole interview about the Icon Collective Black Voices Scholarship will be getting posted next week. Other than that, you know what? 99% on level 2, and we are officially on break. Thank you all so much for your support. It literally means the world to me. We'll see you in level 3.